So, -7 to the second power. When we expand that out, what that means?
-7 times -7.
There you go. -7 times -7. Very good. All right. Now, you have to write -7 times -7 because the parenthesis, inside the parenthesis, is a -7. So the exponent says do exactly what's inside of here twice. That's why. And 7 times 7 is 49. And when we do negative times a negative, we get a what? A positive. All right. So what is -7 to the second power? How we expand that out?
Yeah, that's the same way. -7.
Almost. Now, this says you write the 7 twice. So 7 times 7. However, because that negative ain't in parentheses with that 7 or nothing, you put the negative on the outside of the first one. That's all you get. See, parentheses says everything, exactly what's in here, this many times.
But no parentheses, you just put it in the front.
Put it in the front one time. That's all you got. All right. And that changes the answer for that problem because 7 times 7 is still 49. But when we look at our triangle, a negative times a positive equal what? A negative. So that's why it's a -49. You will see this in this lesson coming up. All right. All right. Let's get some rules. We're gonna jump right on in. We're not gonna play around with it and kind of get there. We're gonna go ahead and jump right on in. All right. So this lesson will cover the order of operations. All right. Now, what are operations? What are the 4 operations? Adding. There you go. Subtract. Multiply. No. Multiply and divide. All right. Those are the 4 operations. There is an order you must go in when completing problems, and that order is: step 1. These are notes we're going to use the whole time. I'm not going to add no notes to this. Simplify. That means do what you got to do. Simplify inside of the grouping symbols. All right. All right. What are the grouping symbols? Anybody know?
You said what are they?
Yeah. What's the grouping symbols? GROUPING. What's the grouping symbols?
I don't know.
Yeah. Grouping symbols are parentheses. That's how we know somebody in the group together. Like the Temptations. All right.
What about the other ones, like where it's like
brackets?
line?
Brackets. And the line with the little squiggly in the tip are braces. All right. Also, we have something called absolute value bars. We talked about that. That means anything, whatever answer you get inside of here is always going to be positive. We talked about that, absolute value. And the last one is a fraction bar. Fraction bar is not a fraction until everything at the top is simplified and everything at the bottom is simplified. So when you see a fraction bar, if you say add and subtract at the top, take care of that at the top. Take care of it at the bottom. So it's a grouping symbol as long as you got operation at the top or the bottom. Let's say that. All right. Anytime you got add, subtract, multiply, divide at the top or bottom, you got to take care of that before you go to the bottom or before you move on. All right. So step 2 says to simplify exponents. Simplify exponents. All right. If you got a problem with exponents, that's like 5 to the second power. We got to make sure we go ahead and say 5 times 5. All right. Step 3 is multiply and divide. Alright? However, what's wrong? That's my last sheet. I can't even lie to you. Yeah, man, I promise you the last sheet. Right there. That's all I got. I'm on the last one too. I gotta go to the store. Alright? So, if I say multiply and divide, you must multiply and divide from left to right. Whoever comes first from left to right, that's who goes first. So if the problem is 6 divided by 3 times 2, all right? So when you show your work, you're gonna be doing one step at a time, all right? So if you got division and multiplication, you have to do whoever comes first from left to right. Who came first? Division.
Yeah.
So you got to, don't tell me, so let me show, let's do the right way first. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And then you bring down that time sign, that 2, you bring it down, and you get the answer is 4. If you do it the wrong way, 6 divided by 3 times 2. This is the wrong way. You said you got to multiply first, you're going to get a 6 right here, and you're going to bring down your divide 6. What's 6 divided by 6? 1. That's the wrong answer, because you didn't follow the order. So anytime you got a problem that has multiplication, division left over, you have to you have to take care of division first, because he came first from left to right. All right. So anytime you got a problem and it got division, multiplication, divide first because he came first. If that was 6 times 3 divided by 2, then you will multiply first because multiplication came first. So multiply and divide whoever comes first from left to right. Then we got rule 4, last one. You add and subtract from left to right. Whoever comes first. I sure can. Yeah. You add and subtract for whoever comes first. So let's take this problem. Let's say we got 6 minus 3 plus 2. Alright? Now you got added and subtracted left over. But when I look at my problem, subtraction came before addition. It just came first from left to right. So I'm going to do 6 minus 3 first. 6 minus 3 is 4. 3. Alright? And then we bring down the plus 2. And we get what? 5. Alright? Now, let's say we did it the wrong way. We have 6 minus 3 plus 2. You hard-headed. I'm going to add first. 3 plus 2, you get 5. And you try to minus 6 minus 5, you're going to get a what? 1. Don't do it the wrong way. Follow the order. Look back at your notes and try to follow the order. Alright? So let's do some examples. Let's do some small examples. Here we go. First example. 2 to the third power times 3 minus 3. Now, even with a calculator, I'm going to ask you, what's the first step? If you put all this in the calculator, sometimes you get it right out, sometimes it doesn't, depending on what kind you have. So let's try it. 2, so what's the first thing? In this problem, we got exponents, multiplication, and subtraction. So we start the order. Number 1 says, simplify by getting rid of, doing what's inside the parentheses. Do we have any parentheses in our problem? Nope. Simplify the exponent. We got an exponent? Yep. So the exponent, that is right here. I'm just showing what I'm doing first. That's 2 times 2 times 2. That ain't 6, that's what? 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is what? 8. Yeah, so we got 8. I'm going to bring the rest of this stuff down. 8 dot, so if I ain't touch, I got to bring it down. Dot 3 minus 3. All right? What operation is left on the problem? Multiplication and what? Subtraction. I know the operation is left over. Which one you? So we look at our list. What we do? What comes first between multiplication and subtraction? Yeah, it don't matter about left and right. Multiplication is gonna come before subtraction, right? So we take care of this sign right here first. 8 times 3 is 24, and then we bring down minus 3. Now we subtract. 24 minus 3, 21. That's the final answer. All right, let's do the next one. So you're doing two numbers at a time, one operation at a time. All right, so here we go. 8 minus negative 3 to the second power in parentheses minus negative 2. All right. Now, we talked about what happens when you have a minus and negative. We talked about that. You have to be fluent enough to know when you need to change. All right. So the first, I said I got minus, I got exponents, and I got another minus. What you gonna do first?
Change we're gonna change the minus on the back.
I do like that, but we're gonna go ahead and go exponent first. We're gonna save it. All right, we're gonna save it.
So it's negative 3 times negative 3.
Yeah, there you go.
It got the parentheses.
Yep.
So it's everything.
All right. So what do we get? What is that? What's negative 3 times negative 3?
Positive 9.
Positive 9. We're gonna bring everything else down. Bring that minus down. Not that, because that's negative times negative positive. We're bringing that minus down, bringing that 8 down. We'll bring that minus negative 2 down. All right. Now, in this problem, we got minus and minus. I like to change my signs. I can't lie. I like to change my sign. Maybe that's what we'll do. Let's
Why
change
you
our
wanna
sign.
change
Because when you get to minus, okay.
Can you change that to a plus and that to a positive to a
I like to change it. Let me show you what happens.
Alright.
If I change
Keep the
all
six
my
brightest
minuses,
on the screen.
I can see what the problem really is, right?
Yeah.
So 8 stay the same. Minus always gonna change to a what?
Positive.
Plus. And then 9 gonna change to what kind of 9?
Negative.
Negative 9. I know what I'm dealing with. All right. Minus gonna always change to a what? A plus. But that negative 2 gonna change to what kind of 2? A positive 2. All right. Now I know I got negative and positive numbers. I know what I'm dealing with now. That's why I say I like changing. When I get down to minus, I like going to change it. All right. So now if it all a plus, I can do what I want to do. Since both of these positive, 8 and 2 go together, I get 10. And then I put that negative 9, and my answer is just a plain old what? 1. Because I had to subtract because they got two different signs. That's right.
You take one from the bigger number.
Yep, take the sign from the bigger number. That's right. Whoever farthest away from 0. All right, that's what I like to do. You get down to add, subtracting, change them signs, man. All right, last one.
So just keep the regular way until you get the exponents out of the problem.
Because some people gonna say add opposite. You can't go in there because that ain't negative 3.
Yeah.
That's negative 3 to the what? Second power. So that's really a positive 9. So if you went in and changed something, you probably would have been all right. But you can't go in. You just can't go in that parenthesis when there's exponent out there. All right. That's why I said, once you get to add and subtract them, then change your sign. All right. Let's keep going. One more, then we'll work some more. We got 14. Can y'all see it?
Yeah.
Minus 2 squared minus absolute value of 4 minus 7. All right. Here we go. Rule 1 says do what's inside a grouping symbol. Do we have any grouping symbols in this problem?
Yep.
Yeah. Absolute value.
Absolute value.
But your answer always gonna be what? Positive when you finish, right? So since that's a minus, we're gonna change the sign. That's 4 plus a negative 7. All right, because minus changed to plus, we changed that, so we got that. 4 plus negative 7. What we end up with? Absolute value of what kind of 3? Because we got to subtract them 2, right?
Negative.
Negative 3. But anything inside of here gonna be a what?
Positive.
Positive 3. Now I bring everything else down. Positive 3 minus 2 squared minus 14. All right. So we did. So no more grouping something. We good. Now we got 2 to the second power. Let's go ahead and get that. 2 to the second power was 2 times 2. Because we got to do exponents first. We get what? 4. Break everything down. It's one operation at a time. Your test might ask you, what's the next step? What operations we got next? What numbers you gonna multiply? It gonna ask you just like that, just to see if you know what you're doing. All right, now I would change all my minus signs. I would change them. I would got 14, but that minus gonna change to a what?
Positive.
Plus, but what that 4 gonna change to?
Negative.
All right, we got negative 4. That minus gonna change to a what? Plus, and that 3 gonna change to what kind of 3? A negative 3. Now it's plus. So we ain't even got to worry about the next one. We fix that.
Positive 1. So you get 15. If you do 1 first, you get
Not 15. Look at it. If I put this 4 and this 3 together, I get a -7.
Wait, but it's the same. It's the same.
Same sign, so I put them together,
Oh,
right?
you gonna add? I was
-7, right?
My fault. My fault.
All right. So I could put it right there. -7 because they both the same sign, right? Bring down that plus and that 14. They both going opposite direction now. One going positive 14, one going -7. So I can't add that. I do what? Subtract and get 7. What kind of 7?
Negative.
Why negative?
Because it's different. I mean,
Well, let's look at it.
Different
14, -14 is that far away.
Go on.
You can't see it? All right. Can you see it now? -14 is that far away. How far is 7? 7 is that far away. Which one got the farthest distance? Negative or the positive side? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm tripping. It's backwards. I'm tripping.
Yeah.
So if that's 0, 14 goes that way. -7 just go right there. Positive side is bigger. See, when you add and subtract, what side is bigger? Positive. All right. When you multiply, you say negative times positive. You use the triangle, you multiply. But when you add and subtracting, whoever farther away from 0, that's who get the sign.
Okay.
All right. So let's practice now. So scan this right here. I got notes on here already. So you can skip back. We're gonna go all the way to page 6. I got 5 pages of notes if you want to go through.